What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2024-25 Finest UCC Hobby Box from Topps. These dropped on the Topps website for $200, which is a 5% increase from last year's set. And I don't think we're going to see the old mini box format anymore. It's definitely going with this from here on out. But as always, we're here to show you guys what this product's all about. So stick around to the end of the video to see what rating this set gets. But let's get right into it, guys. If you enjoy this kind of content, want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and really helps us grow and helps us put more content out there like this for you guys. And when you click on eBay search links on this page and make a purchase, it can result in us earning a commission, which also supports us in the long run as part of the eBay partner network. So this is going to be a 6x10 format, 60 cards total. Let me show you guys all the sides of the box. Here's this side, that side, exact same stuff, and nothing here. But here's the back, just some extra information from Topps. Made in good old USA. Well, let's put this in the back. We should be getting 3 to 4 numbered cards per box with the guaranteed 2 autos like you saw on the box as well. And here's a variety of designs that they come in. So 3 different types of autos here, at least to kind of show you like what they could look like. But in terms of base parallels, I'll put up a reference table on the screen for you guys with all the odds and also a comparison to last year's set. And it looks like they increased the print run by another 15%, unfortunately, based on the odds sheet. And they did switch around some parallels like here and there between last year's set and this one. But we are going to get into a lot of information right about now regarding this product. So if you'd rather just see the opening, feel free to skip ahead. But it is going to be a lot of useful information. So I highly recommend that you actually watch this part. But to start things off with rarity, we do have the classic case hit for Topps Finest, which is going to be the Prize Footballers Fusion variations. And those are going to look like this compared to the regular common insert here on the left. And just a heads up, the new skill set insert is pretty similar. It is very common, so it looks basically like the Fusion variation at first glance, especially to newcomers in the hobby. So just kind of showing you guys the side-by-side comparison for those. But after that, we have the extended base set rookies, and those are going to fall in every other case almost. So it's going to be between like 1 to 2 cases. And here's the full checklist for that. The cards are going to look basically the same as like all the other base cards. They're just like a full extended rookie base set. And back again for another year, we do have Topps Total Football Redemptions once again. And those are going to be based on Topps's digital card platform. And those are going to fall 1 in every 3 cases once again. And after that, we do have the man insert. And that one is actually going to be 1 in every 5 cases this time around. So Topps is definitely making it more rare than like previous versions or sets that have come out in the past. And of course, the Idols multi-case hits come in bronze, silver, and gold variations. Here's a reference image from a previous set because I haven't really gotten any images from this year's set. But those are going to be in 1 in about 15 cases or so. And looking at some of the autos, our dual auto variants should fall 1 in every 7 cases or so. And the Marks of Excellence autos, which are going to be one of the main chases in this set, are going to fall 1 in every 16 cases. And then to end things off, we have the Messi Grill once again at 1 in every 193 cases or so, believe it or not. So that kind of basically puts it at a numbered equivalent of being out of like having a serial out of 49. So Hidden Gems is also included in this set. This is an image from an older set because we haven't seen one from this year's Topps Finest. And last but not least, we do have the Bound by Origin autos, which is, takes all the players on the card. They're from the same country, but they're usually in different clubs. And those are going to be 1 in every 225 cases. But all right, now that we have covered all that stuff, let's see what's in pack number 1. And I can already tell you, a lot of people feel a certain way about the design, but I think with the parallels, it can actually slap if you wanna go that route. There's a Mongula there, one of our maybe bottom tier rookies, but here's our first numbered card. It is going to be Angel Di Maria out of 250. Here's what the back looks like. So a lot of colors for sure. Even like outside of the parallel itself, it's just that they chose the whole rainbow and they included it in a very, I don't know, very strange and unique design. This is by far the best design probably in the whole set. So if you're gonna get parallels in these are gonna look really nice. So yeah, just more base here. Nothing too crazy with that one. Like I said, the design, honestly, compared to last year, they're both like very strange in their own different way. So I think the design is probably gonna get a similar rating on the lower end of things. There's Mbappe base here. Nico Williams probably going to end up in Barcelona if it's not official already. And here's Miles Lewis Skelly. And wow, look at that. First autograph is going to be Noah Darvish. Love to see it as a Barcelona fan in La Liga. 94 out of 99. This is definitely one of the Chase rookies, I guess, second category or tier 2. So let's put this in a regular 35-point top loader. Unfortunately, they made Topps Finest MLS with the high-quality Finest stock, the traditional stock that we're used to seeing, but not this set for whatever reason. Who knows why? I guess it is. It was talked about how they have like different factories or locations making these. So if they're like in a certain location, then it's going to be the high-quality stock, and if it's not, then it's going to be the regular kind of like Prizm from Panini equivalent stock. That's a nice shot of Holland. And there's Mikey Moore. So here is Seni Mayulu, 006 out of 199. This is probably going to be one of the higher numbered top 3 or top 5 at least. They won the Champions League, so this guy's on a lot of people's radar at this point. Here is skill set, Mora, of course. And let's put that over there, all the inserts and refractors. But in terms of Chase rookies, guys, we saw a couple of those for tier 1. So we saw, well, actually, I think Miles Lewis Skelly was pushed down to tier 2. So tier 1, we're definitely going to start things off with, Ethan Nwaneri and Endrick, both rookies according to Topps. And then Rodrigo Mora, who we saw earlier, and Giovanni Kenda, who we have yet to see. I'm trying to angle this so the glare doesn't really get in the way of things here for you guys. Here's another refractor. We have 2 numbered cards so far. You might end up with at least 1 more. Some boxes have 4, some boxes have 3. Some boxes might even have 5. So we'll see where our fortune takes us. There is Trey Nioni and Nico Riley. We've seen in a lot of sets so far. What is this going to be? Oh, this is going to be that skill set. Kevin, we have just Kevin once again, and our auto is right behind it. Barcelona auto box here. Here, let me actually get to that in a little bit here. But all right, out of 299. So these do look nicer than the base cards, obviously. So if we are getting some numbered cards, we almost always want them not to be the base cards, as bad as that sounds. But all right, another numbered Barcelona autograph. Araujo, probably not one of the ones that I would love to be pulling, but at least we got a Noah Darvish in the back. And wow, look at this, Eden Hazard. So this insert design this year actually kind of has somewhat of a classic feel to it. It reminds me of like 2019 or 2020 or something like that. I absolutely love when they make prize footballers in that design. But all right, last pack. If you guys do want to join any group breaks, we are going to be running some case breaks on our website, breakfastcards.com. Check it out, link description down below. We are running a multi-case break as well. And then we're going to be running a bunch of other single case breaks probably till the very end. And at this point, I'm sure you guys would have seen probably multiple tiers of rookies on the screen. Since we didn't really get a chance to really get into detail, they've all been put on the screen. So this is another one out of 299. So unfortunately, most of our numbered cards were numbered pretty high here. And Elena Kina, another one of the Chase rookies, and Symphony, another strange new addition. So both of these are new additions to this set this year. So it is what it is, guys. Let's do a quick recap and then give our thoughts on the product. Actually, maybe now is a good time to put up the rookie list on the screen so it doesn't really interfere with what we were talking about earlier. But we got 4 numbered cards, so on the better end of things, probably because one of them was an insert. But unfortunately, they're all purple with a pink. Actually, not a single one of them was numbered less than 199. All right, out of 299 here. And then we have Seni Mayulu. Why does this one look different? I guess it's just like a different design for different teams. Okay, this is just pure purple, and then this is purple lava. That's why. And then we have another pure purple out of 299 and a pink Ray Wave out of 250, with of course the 2 autos being 2 Barca boys. Noah Darvish is honestly probably the best card of the box, so it is what it is. But how do we actually feel about this set, guys? I'll put up the rating on the screen while we talk about it. But as always, starting off with the design, we're back at the busy world of not so finest designs, unfortunately. Busy this time around for completely different reasons, like we mentioned earlier, compared to last year. So I guess that's going to be the hallmark of finest moving forward. Hopefully not, but we'll just have to wait and see. The parallels, like I said, do look nicer than last year's. For some reason, they just like, I don't know, they didn't pop as much as they did this year. So they fixed something there, but the design itself is just overall very, very, gives you like vibes of like classic 3 a.m. diner floor kind of deal, very oddly specific. But at least there's no change to the base set size, so that's a plus. And a minimal increase to the price, which is going to be around 5% compared to last year. And unfortunately, a pretty wild 15% print run increase, believe it or not. I have no idea why they did that. They have their reasons, but I want to say overall, the amount of hits per case has also gone down. So that's like another probably negative aspect of the set. But the set does try to make up for it with their slightly better auto checklist compared to last year. So like I said, slightly better. So it's probably the good auto ratio is better by like 3 to 5% or something like that. They did add like way more legends, which we'd love to see, especially with the stacked marks of excellence checklist as well. And, you know, having on-card autos in Finest is always a plus. So aside from no Lamine Yamal, like tier rookies to chase, so that, obviously that's like a tier on its own, there's actually quite a big pool that you guys saw earlier that does have a lot of potential. So we're all looking forward to see what those players will achieve. And like I said, most of them are very, very young, like still like teenagers, 16, 17, 18 years old. But yeah, other than that, you're really hoping to get a super factor from these, to be honest, especially the prize footballers, since those have the cleanest design and the one-of-ones are just going to look absolutely amazing for those inserts. But just to keep things in perspective, any given one-of-one is going to take you about 17 cases to pull. And very similar to last year, even with an improved auto checklist and 2 autos per box, we're probably going to be seeing quite a few filler autos on the market. So just keep that in mind when ripping these. So unless the design changes or something improves significantly from the other elements for this set next year, it's not looking good for, you know, future Finest releases from Topps. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully Topps does the right thing. But just going to leave it at that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.